Single back formation, and they give it to him. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't on their head.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Looking left. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? Well, LSU, and let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Hicks. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum started.
Runs for the tackle.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Give to the running back. The Wolverines will move the sticks.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Little touch pass to the receiver. Tackled after picking up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second and goal for this offense. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They're just about ready to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. To the air, it's Hicks. He'll try to do it himself. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Wants to fire on second down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air, using the quick game. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Slips one guy, now he's loose. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that move. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game.
And they did tack on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over the Astronauts. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't quit on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Scrambling away. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback? First down to start the drive after the break. They'll leave it with him. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that, that is just a kick in the gut for this team.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Line gets set, 1st down. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Looking deep. And it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense with this possession.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They'll try to get outside. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Wide out in motion. They'll go to the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Back to throw, it's Hicks. Looking to the big tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
You got to love that if you're on defense, because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure, and you only rushed 3 guys. Well done.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking down the middle. Finds the big tight end. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. It's complete to the right. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. The give to the back. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
Every offense offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
To the air on first down. On the run, still looking. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to throw, it's Hicks. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. Bounced off his feet.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick. He lobs one high down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Wolverine.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
To the air, it's Hicks. It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Makes his connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
They'll run it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Leaves it with the back. Smashes through. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He's looking to throw it. Dances away. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Hicks. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. He's going to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? They just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. You can't give up a sack there.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. He's looking to throw. Buys a little extra time. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The corners are walked up tight. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Tigers! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 10 seconds to go, and the half clock reads 9. It is 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw on second down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. A fair catch called for and made. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
On the move, it's Ingram. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Quick handoff. At the 20, he's got space. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
Leaves it with the running back. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something to... Gonna take a shot. And he makes the catch inside the 15. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown LSU! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that throw.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Maryland just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in College Park. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll throw it on 1st down. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher they can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
And it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their feet.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Hicks. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
This is a 3rd and long. Trying play action. He's looking deep. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception.
I like it. It's like laying up on a par 5. There's no time and no place for that. We don't need that, all right? Take your shots. It's 3rd and long. You don't need to throw it 17 yards short of the stick. Nice job taking a shot down the field, trying to get the 1st down through the interception, but no harm.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got a stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31.
This is a career game for this linebacker. You don't see a lot of linebackers get 2 picks in a game, but this guy's done it. He's done an outstanding job in zone coverage and in man, and he's showing his coaching staff he's got pretty good ball skills, too.
Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. 1st down from the 43. The running back has it. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. Off the play fake. Fires to the right. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
One of the first things I want to do when I come into a game is I'm going to go, where do I have the advantage? Where are my guys better than yours? And maybe they feel good about their matchup out wide, some of those wide receivers.
Quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
I love it. Forget all the cute stuff. It's 1st and goal. I'm trying to get 6. Nice job. Just get the quarterback under center. Let us push him into the end zone and get the touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Dropping back, it's Hicks. They get to him as he throws. It's complete. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Power football with the run. Runs through a tackle.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Finds his tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Floating away. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Scanning the field, it's Hicks. Finds his big tight end. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice job there as the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Now on 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Todd! They move out front here in the 4th. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdown.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I want to change something up. Well, maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Colorado found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A prime example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Boulder. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
First and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down. First and 10 again.
Going up top on first down. He's got his man.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Second down coming up. Using his feet. Quarterback gets the first down. The expressway is wide open. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
The defensive line just is not physical enough against the run. Too many guys getting pushed around, too many guys not playing with great gap integrity, and the linebackers aren't able to fill. That's been a problem.
Looking for the end zone. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play. He couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
And here comes the offense on second down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. They'll run it on first and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is. Gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Here's the handoff. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Dropping back, it's Hicks. Right down the middle. He's got it. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, man. It's a big deal to me in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Takes it the other way. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big pick 6. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. The give out of the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Back to pass, it's Hicks. They're trying to get to it. Pass falls incomplete, but that was basically a free play as the defense was offsides, and this is going to be a 1st down. The defense had the stop. They were about to get the ball back, but the critical mistake puts the offense back on the field with 1st and 10. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot. He caught it. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you. There's a live football. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way.
How about that turn of events for the defense? Not only do they force the fumble and jump on it, creating a massive momentum shift, but they're already in field goal range where they stand right now to break this tie.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and they can defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Running back searching for a hole. He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
They go right back to him. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely perfect. And the sideline celebration is on as they've taken the lead in the final minute. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air. But a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, it's a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down. Great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
To the air, it's Hicks. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets down at the last possible second to avoid getting lit up. LSU quick to the line. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Feeling some heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the